Hi, boys and girls, and welcome back from your wonderful 2-week break. I hope you had a restful break where you enjoyed family time or just simply, relax a little bit from school. So today we're going to be doing being a writer, and it's going to be a little bit fun. And I know that you guys did this before we went into break, but we are going to do it again just to refresh our memory and just to have fun writing. So let's get started. So our key points for being a writer. So your objective is that student will be able to write about a time they had fun outdoors. So you guys are going to think about a time. And like I said, this is something that you did before break. So my main focus, or what I want to challenge you to do, is that you're going to write about a time that you had fun outdoors, but it's going to be a time you had fun outdoors during your 2-week break, okay? So I want to know a little bit about what you did in your break. If you did not go outdoors, then just write about something fun that you did during these 2 weeks of your awesome break. Okay, so what are we going to be focusing on? So while you are writing, boys and girls, I want for you guys to use the 5 W's. So I want for you guys to write about what, when, where, who, and why. So we know about what. We're going to write about a fun time that you had during these 2 weeks. So you need to tell me about when, where you had it, if it was not outdoors, where, who was with you, and why do you think this was a fun time? Then, of course, we are writing. That is part of our objective. And write means a mark on a surface or just compose a story. That is what we're going to be doing. How are we going to do this? So I am going to model for you how I'm going to, or just show you a time I had fun during my 2-week break. So we're going to discuss the writing, and then we're going to think about a time that you had fun outdoors or during your break if you did not have outdoors time. And then, of course, you're just going to write it. Okay, so basically, I'm just going to take maybe 5 more minutes from your time, and then the rest of being a writer will be for you to write about this fun time, because we are going to be discussing it later on throughout the week. We're going to add to your story. So it's important, boys and girls, that you are doing your work. You are taking time to do your work during being a writer, because you are required to turn it in. That's one thing. And you are required to use the work that you're doing one day into the next. Okay? So let's get started. So I already have my Being a Writer notebook out. Remember, this notebook is the same notebook that you've been using since the beginning of the year. So we need to make sure that we keep those writings safe, because we are going to be going back and looking at them. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to write idea 56 and 57. So let's make sure that we're writing our name, date, and goal. So let me get that started. And the date. How awesome. We are already in January of a whole new year, 2021. And our goal for being a writer is to score a 4. So a skill that we did last semester before break was we made a list, right? We would use lists to gather ideas for writing. So at this time, I am going to make a list of good or fun times I had during my break. Maybe you only had 1, that is perfectly fine, or maybe 2. The reason why I'm making the list is because then I am going to look at my list and choose the best time that I feel that was for me, and then I'm going to write about it. Okay, so at this time, while I'm doing my list, you are also doing your list, okay? So you're going to be working with me at the same time so that we can have this list ready. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put list of fun things I did during the break. Okay? I'll give you 30 seconds to write that on your paper. List of fun things I did during the break. Okay, the 30 seconds are up. So I am going to do my list while you guys are doing your list. So my fun things might be different from your fun things. That is fine, okay? My goal is to write at least 3 things that I think that were fun during the break, okay? So your goal is to write 3 things that you felt that were fun for you during the break, okay? 3 things. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do this. While you are working, I am also working, okay? So both of us are working. 2 minutes. Go. Okay, boys and girls. So the 2 minutes are up, and I'm going to share my fun things I did during the break. So the first one is my daughter's baptism. The second one went to Hidalgo Festival of Lights. And the third one took my daughter to Disney on Ice. So I hope that those 2 minutes that you guys had were a good amount of time for you to create your list. If it wasn't, you can pause the video at this time, continue making that list of 3 things that you did that was fun during the break, and then start the video again so you can continue and you can see what you're going to do for your writing today. Okay, so the next part is me choosing one of the events that I felt that was the funnest. So that means that surpassed everything. And it's very hard. It is tied with number 2 and 3 because on number 2, I felt that I enjoyed it as well, not just my daughter. It was really nice. But then 3, I just love Disney, and seeing my daughter dance with the music and just being so into the show also was really nice. So the one I'm going to go with is going to be number 3. And I'm going to talk about the time that was fun when I took my daughter to Disney on Ice. Okay? So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to choose one of the events that you wrote that was fun so that you can write about it. 30 seconds. Go. Awesome. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to flip the page of my Be a Narrator notebook to the next one. And I'm going to start the same way I started my list, where I'm writing idea 56 and 57, name, date, and goal. So let's all do that while Mrs. Alvarez is also doing it. All right, January 5th, 2021. Oh. Miss Alvarez put 2020. Ay. And then the goal, 100%. Oh, it's not 4. Guys, please excuse me. I'm coming back from a break as well. Okay, so the one I chose was when I went to Disney on Ice. So I'm going to just give you the sentence frame of how you can start your writing, and then you are going to be free to go once the video ended, right? And you're just going to write about that time that you chose, okay? So I am going to start my writing. A time I had fun during the break. So I am skipping a line. At this time, you guys are watching what I'm doing. You're listening. You are not writing. Not yet. Okay? A time I had fun during the break was when I took my daughter to Disney on Ice. Okay? So what you can use to start up your writing will be up to here. Okay? A time I had fun during the break was when, and then you would write that event that you chose from your list. Okay? Then remember that you need to answer the 5 W's. So the what is this. So I took my daughter to Disney on Ice. When, so I will talk about the time and the date. With who? Was it just me, my daughter, or was my daughter, my husband, myself, and then maybe other people? I don't know, right? It's part of my story. Why, right? So you're using those questions to write your story. So I'm giving you some time to write the beginning of the sentence up to where I stop on the underline. And then, of course, you're writing your event. Okay, boys and girls. So you will listen to my story tomorrow when we go over our writing together. And then in the video, of course, we're going to go over our writing in the video together, and we are going to see what we're going to do. Do not forget, this is your expectation for your writing. You must skip a line. You must write idea 56 and 57. You need to make sure that you're using the 5 W's. If you don't know what they are, go to the beginning of the video. I did talk about them to write your story. Okay? Have fun. You have 15 minutes to write. Use that time, boys and girls, to write, to talk about what was that fun thing you did during the break. All your teachers want to read about it. All your teachers want to know. Make sure that you are skipping a line, you are writing idea 56 and 57, and of course, you are using those 5 W's to write as much detail as possible about that important event that you had. Well, I had fun during this video for you all, boys and girls. I am excited to read your stories and see what awesome things you guys did this awesome break. Enjoy writing. Bye.